What is the burning point today unless I conclude with this?
Yes,
There is no meaning, sir.
all others, okay, 2 minutes.
No. I think you have to hear a little bit history, sir. You cannot choke my voice by cutting off the mic.
Yes, Mike,
Sir.
nothing more will go on record. Mr.
If it is something
Venkaiah
else,
Naidu.
go on.
No. There are rules in the house. No. Yeah, no. Say no. Mr. Venkaiah Naidu, you kindly speak.
Bring the house to order, sir. I
No, what can I do?
You are
25
ready, but
minutes I gave. I can't do that. Everybody 25 minutes, how much time? No. I cannot pay a dividend to indiscipline. See, because somebody is showing indiscipline, he should be given a dividend, is it? I gave you 25 minutes, no more. No. I am giving others only 3 minutes. And you are given 25 minutes. No. I am not expected to reply to you. Sit down. Venkaiah ji, I have called you. Are you speaking? Then we will not have the discussion. I am not interested. No. This way. If you take 1 hour, there are others also from Andhra. How do I control the house? No. You want a reply? Do you want a reply from the minister? We are affected, sir. Do you want a reply from the minister? We are affected, sir. We are affected. No. I will adjourn the house in this way. No. Nothing will go on record. No. So you took 25 minutes. No 1 hour. It is clarification. You want to show discipline and get a dividend for that. How is that? No. I can't do that. No, see, I said, usually for clarification, it is 1 hour. Now here, we can take not 1, 2 or 3, but how can one person take 1 hour when I am having 19 names? And from Andhra also there are 6 or 7 names. Everybody will ask 1 hour. What do I do? Do you want me to run the house? Or I will adjourn if you don't want. Do you want a reply? If you are sincere to the cause, you should get a reply and wait for that. It means you are not sincere. You want the news only. You are not sincere to your cause. That is the problem. You are not sincere. Chowdhury, you want only publicity. That's why you are doing this. Otherwise, you will like to hear the minister. Yeah, house is adjourned for 30 minutes.
दो माननीय उपसभापति जी,
Yes. The supplementary agenda here, Chidambaram. Mr. Chidambaram to lay on the table. No, only laying.
I beg to
Statement.
lay on the
Supplementary.
I beg to lay on the table the statement on the current account deficit.
Okay, thank you. All right. Now, honorable members, I have a request that I have got 19 names in the list. Even if 3 minutes each is taken, you know it will be more than 1 hour, then the minister has to reply. Now let me complete, see, you don't see I am speaking, please. Okay. Now that's what I am saying. Listen, let me complete. Rao, let me complete. That's what I am saying, let me complete. So without hearing you are here, what is this? See, therefore my request is, I am ready to allow members from Andhra, honorable members from Andhra, to have more time. Let them take 10 minutes each. Others will stick to 3 minutes. You are also...
Request you personally, as the deputy chairman and also as a friend, sir, don't become disturbed. Please. After all, we are looking towards the chair.
Then how much time for this?
Secondly, as a main opposition party, we have to put forth our point of view.
No,
it needs time.
Of course.
And so you give time to BJP, to Congress
No,
and
this is
other
not-
parties which are there in Andhra
No,
Pradesh.
Mr.
They
Venkat-
give them more time.
Venkaiah ji, you are from the main opposition party, the first speaker. You know you can take more time. That will be there. That goes always without saying. I need not specially say that. That is your privilege. It's already there.
Congressmen also to be given enough opportunity. It's not a question of BJP and Congress. It's not a please. Please try to understand.
You have become so kind to the court.
No. My point is, sir, it is not a question of BJP or Congress or TDP. The state is burning. We have to find some solution somewhere.
Okay.
So please have some patience.
Okay, then you kindly help the chair. How much time total? We can decide how much time is. No, listen. Let the treasury benches and the opposition both sides say. You can also say what is the total time allotted for this. Usually for clarification it's only 1 hour or little more than that. Now please, but this being a special subject, I am ready to consider, but there should be some decision on what I am guided. Tell me. I don't know it should be 1 hour or 2 hour, 3 hour. I don't know each member how much is speaking. So kindly have some direction. So Venkaiah ji say how much time we should take this. You give a suggestion. I should have some guidance.
My suggestion is, like a serious bill which we discuss in the House, this is a matter of great significance. So give reasonable time and let us all cooperate with the chair and to complete it today to the extent possible.
So 2 hours.
Not 2 hours, little more.
Larger
issue.
You give a suggestion.
Larger issue.
You give a suggestion.
3 hours.
Okay. So Venkaiah ji says 3 hours to be allotted for this. As a special, listen, this is an exemption, a decision of the House, because for clarification on a statement, 3 hours is never allowed, because the House wants, as a decision of the House, I am taking that decision, 3 hours. So in the 3 hours, I am going to allot, members from Andhra will be given more time. We will go. That means it is 4:30. Now already half an hour is over. That means remaining is 2.5 hours. Okay, please. How much time do you spoke?
No.
You take 2 or 3 minutes
No,
more.
sir, because based on your promise,
Again you are saying.
No, let me complete, sir. No, sir, let me complete.
See,
I am not demanding 1 hour now.
reading old Ramayana, somebody is asking who is Sita.
Maybe.
See, Chaudhary,
Sir,
you take 2 or 3 minutes.
no, sir, I need 15 more minutes. Yes, come on. Yes, come on.
2-3 minutes.
Sir, this subject has to be discussed, a little bit of history, sir. No, I need to mention, sir, in 1956, this state was formed, sir. No, we need to tell about the history. So, however, sir, so 1972, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru ji came and formed this state of Andhra Pradesh as Vishal Andhra, sir. So, the manner in which the present decision is taken is how so differently I am just trying to highlight. So, He has visited and convinced each and every person, every legislator, and brought the unanimity and formed the state, sir. Similarly, in 1969-72, when the similar kind of agitation have cropped up, Madam Indira Gandhi, she also visited and addressed this issue so amicably, in spite of a new regional, sub-regional party got 10 member of parliament. She never looked at political benefits, sir. So they have convinced and took the decision. So whereas today there is no question of taking anybody into confidence, no legislator is taking into confidence, nobody, none of the stakeholders are involved in the, for communicating the decision, sir. When division of the state is unavoidable, why did the Congress fail to take all the stakeholders into confidence? That is one of my questions, sir. Safeguards for the future well-being of all living in Hyderabad and all the people in Telangana and Seemandhra also should have been addressed, sir. So another important point, 55 to 60% of the GDP is concentrated only in Hyderabad. That should have been addressed first. Sharing the river waters, power, natural resources, debts, possible realignment of government employees, etc., sir. Provision for funds for creation of new capitals, that also they have never addressed. And generally in democracy, the deliberations always precede decisions and not vice versa, sir. This is a clear-cut case. They simply, in spite of having ample time, the last 9.5 years the UPA is in power, sir. If in 2004 also, in common minimum program, I think they have committed, they should have done proper homework and taken the decision well within the time. Whereas, how is it ethically right, sir? 6 months prior to the general election, now they wanted to take the decision and force on the people of Andhra Pradesh. So, sir, though we were hesitating for a regional cause, the importance needs to be given for national issue was never ignored. This is evident from the fact that when the discussion on attacking our soldiers by Pakistan army at LOC came up, we kept aside for state issue, allowed the discussion, sir. That also, there is no appreciation, we are not giving any time for us to address the state. I take this opportunity to remind the House that attempts made by the Congress earlier to divide the people of this country for selfish political gains, though unholy alliances, only led to birth of divisional force like Khalistan, etc., sir. And no need for me to elaborate the losses suffered by this nation at the hands of such forces. This reminds us the necessity of displaying statesmanship while addressing a highly emotional and contentious public issue like this, sir. At this juncture, I would like to demand, I would like to remind at this juncture that Mahatma Gandhi stated that the greatness of a nation, particularly in a democratic nation, can be judged by the way its animals are treated, sir. But in the entire episode, the Telugu people are not even being treated like animals. Sir, let me conclude, sir. Our country is supposed to be the largest democratically managed country, sir. So this has to be stopped, and we demand the formation of a specific legal committee immediately by considering legislators and all the stakeholders of the state of Andhra Pradesh from all the regions and give a proper amicable solution for this, sir, rather than in a bulldozing manner. All right, I conclude, sir.
Now, please.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Now, Sri Venkaiah Naidu. Sri Venkaiah Naidu. Sri Venkaiah Naidu. Sri Venkaiah Naidu.
Sir, Honorable Deputy Chairman, sir. Sitaram ji. Sir, I raised to take part in this discussion, whatever you may say, clarification, discussion, whatever it is, with a heavy heart. Sir, my party has taken a principled decision after discussing the issue threadbare and also the various aspects about the division of the state and creation of Telangana. the present in charge minister or acting minister, who was the home minister earlier, when he called an all-party meeting, sir, first meeting, my party took an unambiguous stand, and he also mentioned it, as I am told, that the BJP is the only party which has taken a clear stand. Sir, my point is today, let us try to understand the situation in Andhra Pradesh, and let us try to evolve some response to the situation and address the issues and concerns raised by the people. I would like to know from the acting Home Minister whether the government and the Congress party has done enough homework. If they have done homework, I would like to know from the acting Home Minister why the Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh signed a memorandum along with the members of Parliament and members of Assembly saying that the decision has to be reviewed. This is a very important aspect because the Chief Minister of a state signing a memorandum, sir, it is something very important to be taken note. And then my query is, I am not trying to score political points, I have so much, I can do it outside. Sir, a Chief Minister of a state was supposed to have been consulted before taking any major decision, that too for bifurcation of a state. Bifurcation of a state is not an ordinary thing, not a happy thing, not a thing to be taken in such a way to score political points. Sir, it has got a historical background and so much sacrifice has been made. But in spite of that, because the successive governments for variety of reasons could not implement the gentleman's agreement with regard to Telangana, with regard to Andhra, and with regard to other promises and provisions made in the gentleman agreement, there was unrest in different sections of the different regions of the state. In 1969, there was a Telangana movement demanding for separate Telangana. In 1972, there was a Jai Andhra movement demanding that the Andhra should be declared as a separate state. And then both the agitations ended with the intervention of centre, and in both the agitations, 300 people this side and 300 people that side, they lost their lives. So what has happened at that time, I don't want to recall fully, and then again create the passions among the people. But the sacrifices that are made at that time are also has to be remembered. Subsequently, sir, in 2004, again this issue has become very important, prominent. In 2004, Congress party had an understanding with the TRS and went to the polls saying that if we are voted to power, we will create state of Telangana. So it was clear stand, not any what you call hodgepodge or something under the table agreement, etc. That being the case, even the Congress president herself has shared the dais with the TRS and got benefit in the electoral politics of Andhra Pradesh. So then 2009, again there was an election. In that election, TRS and Telugu Desam party, they had an alliance. Communist parties also have joined. Subsequently, the Congress leader in Assembly, during our regime also, he led a delegation saying that the aspiration of the people of Telangana should be met. He led a delegation to Delhi. These are all facts which cannot be denied by anybody. Subsequently, two all-party meetings were conducted, one by Sri Chidambaram ji, another by Sri Shinde ji, and then all parties' opinions are taken. Sir, what I am trying to pinpoint is, you have taken a principled decision in 2004. You have come out openly. From 2004 to 2013, what is it you have done? If you have a commitment towards creation of a state, you should have evolved a roadmap, you should have acted accordingly. You have not done it. You appointed a Pranab Mukherjee committee. Sorry to take the name of the president, but at that time he was a minister. There was a Pranab Mukherjee committee. Then subsequently you have appointed a Rosayaji committee, who is the governor of Tamil Nadu now. Then you have appointed a Justice Sri Krishna committee. Then afterwards it was said that the matter is left to the Congress party high command. Then sir, after that again two meetings by successive home ministers. What is all this happening? What is all this happening? Core committee is a Congress affair. They have got every right to discuss within themselves. I am not denying that. What is all this happening? You don't have a clear-cut policy? Sir, it takes time. I do agree. State cannot be carved overnight. It needs consultation. Consultation for how many years and how many days? That is the issue. 2004 to 2013. How much time has passed? What has happened? Suddenly now you have taken a decision on the eve of election. That's where it has ignited the fire. And now you are saying that also it is as if you are dealing with this as if it is an internal matter of the Congress party. My objection is here. Sir, you are saying, even before you have said it officially, your General Secretary, my friend Sri Digvijay Singh, he comes out and make a statement that there is going to be formed a committee. I am going to be there in that committee. I means not me, he is going to be there in that committee. And then they will talk to different leaders and all. That means you have conceded, you have not talked to anybody. You have not talked to your chief minister. You have not talked to your ministers from the central government, from coastal region who are there in the central cabinet. You have not talked to your members of parliament. You have not taken your MLAs into confidence. You should have thought about the consequences of taking such a decision. Then there was a decision on 2009, December by Sri Chidambaram ji, the then Home Minister. 2009 to 2013, again another 4 years have passed. What is it you have done in between? Whom you are consulting? Your chief minister says that he is not taken into confidence. Your ministers are saying they are not taken into confidence. Your central ministers also are saying that they are helpless. What can they do? That's why the present situation has arisen now. And political parties also, because you are a ruling party, you take a stand and then you try to change your tone and tune, and then you expect other political parties, no, be reasonable. What is happening, sir, Chairman, sir? With all politeness, I would like to submit to this August House, the moment this decision was made, it was a Congress party decision only. The government has not made any decision. The government has not made a decision. You should have gone into the nitty-gritty, various problems that are likely to arise in the event of a creation of a state, and then you should have addressed those problems, or you should have talked to other political parties, you should have talked to experts, you should have formed a governmental committee to deal with that situation. What is it you have done? You announced it in Congress Working Committee. Your people were told in Hyderabad to celebrate immediately as if everything is over. Sir, I can show you cutouts that are there in Hyderabad and also in major cities of Telangana saying that this is all a gift given by Madam. This is all a gift given by Madam. Huh? You tell it to cover some.
No, please.
Sir, gift given by Amma. It's a gift given by Amma and all. So, you distribute sweets. That was shown extensively in television. That was published by all newspapers. And then your own counterparts, your own Congress friends from Sarkari districts, from Rayalaseema districts, they started saying, sir, that in Telangana, it was the decision of the Congress leadership. In Andhra, it was necessitated because of a rigid stand taken by the BJP. This is what you are saying. And you are also saying that because Telugu Desam has given a letter, you go and ask Telugu Desam people. This is what your people are saying. And then you are also saying that it's because of these parties have given letter. This decision was necessitated, we are forced to take that decision. Why don't you say same thing from Hyderabad for both the regions also? You don't want to give any credit to other political parties. You take all the credit. But I can tell you, if you try to apportion the entire credit, you will end up in discredit. This is what is happening. Today, sir, the point I want to mention is, the entire issue is totally mishandled. It was dealt as if it is an internal party affair of the Congress party. Sri Chidambaram ji and others, Jayapal Reddy Garu, Samsarao, all these seniors sitting here, please try to understand, do not treat this as your internal party matter. The entire state, both in Telangana, sir, more than 1,000 people lost their lives. The youngsters who had a bright future, they lost their lives. Now in Andhra region, scores of people are committing suicide and they are also losing their precious lives. It's really bleeding. It's really bleeding, sir. What is it we are doing? Are we responsible politicians? Are we serious politicians? Are we addressing the issue impassionately and trying to do justice to the concerns of people? We are not dealing with India and Pakistan. We are dealing with the Andhra people and Telangana people and Rayalaseema people. They are all part of our country. They are all our children. They are all Telugu people. We have to take a holistic view and address the concerns raised by those people. Sir, in between, some irresponsible people started making some statements. Irresponsible statements, provocative statements. Some people started the language of jago, bhago. कहां से जागना, कहां से भागना, कौन होता है लोग ऐसा बोलने के लिए? मेरा कहना है हमारा भारत है, अलग भाषा, अलग वेश, फिर भी अपना एक देश. We are all part and parcel of this country. Every one of the Indian citizen has got a right to live wherever he chooses to live. That being the case, this sort of provocative statements are given. You may say, no, we have nothing to do. I want to bring to the notice of the acting Home Minister and also the other Congress leaders. Day before yesterday, there was a statement by one of your MLAs. I don't want to take his name because he is not here. He made a statement on television which was widely published. If Narendra Modi do not speak about the integration of Andhra Pradesh, people should go and break all the pipelines of gas which are going to Gujarat. This is a statement made by a Congress party MLA on record. What else you need? If this sort of provocative statements are made by MLAs and then the provocative statements arousing regional passions are being made from this side and that side, ordinary people are thinking as if the Telangana leaders and Andhra leaders are fighting. So it is the congressmen who are fighting among themselves. See the language ministers are using against their own chief ministers. The cabinet is not able to meet. They are not talking. They are not in talking terms. They are not in talking terms. They are not addressing the issues of the state. Andhra Pradesh, once upon a time, sir, not only in alphabetical order, even in the developmental side, Andhra used to be #1 state. We were marching forward. Sir, I am a Bharatiya, but at the same time, being born there in the state, naturally, and somebody speaks in Telugu and then appreciates us, we used to feel proud and happy. But today, for the last 10 years, there is no investment coming. There is no progress being made. Andhra Pradesh has been pushed to a lower position. It is really causing pain and agony to many people. Instead of addressing that issue and sending a message to all the people, we are trying to fight among ourselves and then trying to raise up regional feelings and then rousing passions. This is what is happening in Andhra Pradesh. My request is, you are saying all political parties have agreed. My point is, has the Congress party agreed? This is a basic question. Are you acting as a party? Are you a political party? If you are a political party, you have to take one stand. I do admit, some friends have told me, sir, in a political party also there can be difference of opinion. Definitely, that too on a regional issue, there will be difference of opinion. How long? Difference of opinion from 2004 to 2013, 9 years. Can there be difference of opinion on an issue on which you have made a commitment? You went to for an electoral alliance with a political party, which is known for its separate Telangana state. So that means the Congress party not only failed to do homework, not only failed to contain its own cadre and its own leaders, but also, I am afraid, I hope I am proved wrong, today is playing a very dangerous game of asking its leaders on both sides to take credit here for formation of the state and take credit there for opposing division of the state. It's very dangerous. Please, you are playing with fire. And then you are doing immense damage to the cause of the people of the state, be Telangana or Andhra or Rayalaseema. Sir, now I come to the another important point. Please, no? Sir, the important point is, now, the government should address the genuine concerns and fears and apprehensions expressed by the people with regard to safety and security of the people in Hyderabad. What is the mechanism evolved? What is the solution you have in mind? Come forward, explain to the people. People from entire Andhra Pradesh, they came and settled in Hyderabad because it happens to be capital, not because of anything else. It happens to be the capital, so naturally everybody has got a right. They came and then most of them settled in Hyderabad. They made investments. They are now part of the developmental process. I don't attribute only Andhra people made a contribution. Telangana people are not. I don't want to get into that. People, Telugu people. And not only Telugu people, sir, even some Hindi people, Gujarati people, Marathi people also came and they invested. They are all living together. There is no, to my knowledge, I can tell you, sir, to the credit of the people of Hyderabad, there is no regional fight or tension or attack on anybody worth the name all these years. That shows their maturity. We politicians are trying to create differences among themselves. Sir, I will give one example. Yesterday we had a rally in Hyderabad. I am not going to the political side of it. The leader, my colleague, Sri Narendra Modi, who addressed that rally, Hyderabad means, you know, it's predominantly Telangana, though there were people from other, this thing also. At the end, he gave a slogan, Jai Telangana, Jai Seemandhra. The slogan is given in Hyderabad. There was the entire stadium reverberated 3 times saying, Jai Telangana, Jai Seemandhra. Everybody was shouting and responding to this. That should be the leadership. That should be the leadership. We should, sir, think in terms of separating as family members. As family members. Instead of that, if unfortunately what is happening is this arousing of the passions. So my question number 1 is, what are the arrangements for the safety and security and also concerns of the people of Hyderabad, number one. Number two, what about the issue of the capital, number two. This suggestion of 10 years you have a combined capital, so 10 years also you want them to put in this thing and then again be here. It's not the case like other states, sir, where you can have capital, Punjab and Haryana, example, cannot shoot for Andhra Pradesh because they are connected with Haryana is connected with Chandigarh and Punjab also connected with Chandigarh. Whereas here, to go to Hyderabad, you have to cross two districts. So, two districts or one district, whatever it is. So, just. So what is the solution you are offering? Then why you have not thought about this and made some arrangement of investments being made that side and this side, Rayalaseema, which is also equally important, which is also feeling betrayed and they are deceived by after this agreement of the gentleman's agreement called as Pedda Manusula Oppandam, that has not been. Sir, about developing airports, making them international airports, what is the strategy and plan you have? Then what about location of the central universities?
After this.
All the universities are located in one city. So what about central universities, other regions? Do you have any suggestion on this? And then about location of IITs, then about location of AIIMS-like institutions, All India Medical Institute-like institutions, this region and that region also. Then what about research and defense labs? Most of them are situated in Hyderabad, defense establishment. Do you have any suggestion? Do you have any suggestion to have them in different places in the state? Then about expansion of the ports also. Then about growth corridors also. Then about giving tax holiday for backward regions in both the areas. Instead of concentrating everything in Hyderabad, even Telangana, there are districts where there is not even a single industry. There are districts in Rayalaseema where there is no industry worth the name, even in Uttarakhand also. About giving tax holidays for people who are going to set up industries in those regions. And also about, sir, more importantly, mechanism for sharing waters. River water has become a biggest issue in the country, wherever it is. Not only here. You have river water, we have problem Maharashtra, Andhra, Karnataka, Andhra, Tamil Nadu, Andhra, Kerala, Tamil Nadu. Like that, so many are there. So that being the case, so people's apprehensions, naturally you can't simply brush them aside. So what is the mechanism you are evaluating for that? Distribution of power, distribution of water, and then also distribution of sharing the revenue, then about the employees, their safety. Some of them are working for, sir, please, we are not children, sir. Please try to understand.
Please, don't interrupt. Let him have a...
Right. So my point is, without doing any homework on any of these things, you simply make a hurry-burry statement just at the eve of elections, as you are making about other announcements also, having forgotten in the last 9.5 years. You want to make all announcements in the last 6 months. You made this announcement also for your political purpose. You do not have the welfare of Telangana or Rayalaseema or Andhra Pradesh. See, as I told you, I would like to tell the finance minister, Rayalaseema also is equally backward. They are also agitated. They are also feeling let down that their concerns have not been addressed to by successive governments all these years. So how do you allay their fears? That is also another important aspect. And these so-called figures that are being given by NGOs on this side, NGOs means not the routine NGOs, not non-governmental organizations, non-gazetted officers. We call in our state NGOs, Andhra Pradesh NGOs and Andhra NGOs and Telangana NGOs. Different figures are being given. What is exactly the position? Let us place that position before the public of Andhra Pradesh and let us come with some meaningful this thing. Can you do all these things simply only through your party? You want to do all this at your own party level? You want to treat this as an internal matter of the Congress party? You are not bothered to consult other political parties? If that is the case, then why should we take the responsibility and come to your rescue? You are telling, sir, the Congress leaders, I have the cuttings with me, are telling people, go to BJP, go to TDP, go to CPI, go to CPM, go to other parties and bring letters from them also. Then the Congress leadership is ready. It told us that it will reverse the decision. This is the propaganda going on. I am not making... No, please try to understand. I can show you cuttings. I can show you. Sir, we are cuttings of the statement given by the leaders there. Sir, Sir, please try to understand, Deputy Chairman, sir. There are demonstrations in front of political parties. There are attacks on my party office. You are just taking it casually. We have not committed any sin. We have not done anything wrong. We have not deceived the people. We have taken a principled stand. We will stand by that also. But at the same time, do you allow this sort of things to happen? Garrowing the ministers, garrowing the political party leaders of opposition political parties. Is it the way? You want to hold us responsible because BJP has taken a stand, CPI has taken a stand, or Telugu Desam has taken a stand? You are trying to score political points. Please leave this path. Leave this path of confrontation. Don't try to mislead the people. If you really have a rethinking, if your leadership is having a rethinking, be frank, be open. There are 9 ministers from Andhra region in central cabinet. They are also in dark. They are in dark. I am saying it with all responsibility. The chief minister himself has gone on record. He signed a memorandum. I have the copy of the memorandum with me. If that being the case, do you expect ordinary innocent people, ordinary students, ordinary youth who are being fed with so much other information to just keep quiet? The state is burning. Please. State is burning, sir. People are losing their precious lives and their attacks are going on. From day of tomorrow, I think today, there is a general strike announced now. Sakala Jana Samya. General strike announced. There was general strike earlier in Telangana also. Now a general strike in Andhra Pradesh. Different unions are taking part in that. All people are being compelled. They are being asked, you change your stand. Should we allow this situation to go on? Is it not the duty and responsibility of the mature political leadership of the country, particularly the ruling party, to understand the situation and then address those problems? That is the question I want to put. What is this Antony committee? I have no problem with Antony ji. I am sure that he is known for not taking any decision because it will affect his image. It will affect his image, very honest and straightforward person. We are seeing what is happening in defense also. That is not the issue. The issue is, this is a larger issue of not one political party. If at all government want to consult everybody, want to address the problems raised by Seemandhra people, Rayalaseema people, Andhra people, including even Telangana people, you can't expect Telangana people just to keep quiet because something is happening. They have their own this thing. So that being the case, let us think in terms of a governmental mechanism to address all these concerns and try to understand and then work out a solution to this problem. Otherwise, we will be doing irreparable damage to the state of Andhra Pradesh, be it Telangana, be it Andhra, be it Rayalaseema. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Now, Prakash Javadekar, no. Ajay Sanjay, no. Birendra Prasad Baisya. No, I'll call you. No, now I have to go. See, your name is there, I'll call you.
Restore peace in Andhra Pradesh.
Now,
because they have not taken any decision with conviction or for the administrative reasons.
सब जाएंगे पूरा ये ऑर्डर में बुलाएगा.
Thank you,
It will come.
Deputy Chairman sir.
That the
Deputy
point
Chairman
is
sir. सर ये
नहीं तो
तेलंगाना
names you are coming.
गठन करने के लिए जो व्यवस्था लिया गया है और
No,
इसके
he wants to
ऊपर
speak in this.
जो
लेकिन he has given name to speak here. The list is here.
सिचुएशन वहां पर चल रहा है, इसको लेके यहाँ जो डिस्कशन चल रहा है, यहाँ में तेलंगाना की जो राज्य गठन करने के लिए सरकार ने सिद्धांत तो लिया है, मैं समर्थन करता हूं, क्योंकि तेलंगाना जैसा आज भारतवर्ष में बहुत सारे राज्यों में छोटे छोटे राज्य बनाने के लिए मांग करके आ रहा है और आज सरकार ने इसको जस्टिफिकेशन दे दिया. और इसके साथ ही मैं अनुरोध करना चाहता हूं, जिस तरह से तेलंगाना के लोगों को जस्टिस दिया है, इसी तरह भारत के जितना भी छोटे छोटे राज्य डिमांड किया गया है, उन लोगों को भी जस्टिस देना चाहिए. उन जैसे छोटे छोटे राज्यों का मांग को भी मानना चाहिए. और उसको गठन करने के लिए प्रक्रिया शुरू करना चाहिए। सर, तेलंगाना जैसा बोडोलैंड भी बहुत पुराना दावी है और इसके लिए आज बहुत साल आंदोलन चल रहा है और इसको लेकर भारत सरकार ने वहां की आंदोलन करने वाले सभी समुदायों के साथ बहुत बार बातचीत कर चुका है।
आपका नाम दिया
सिर्फ बातचीत ही नहीं, बहुत बार एग्रीमेंट भी कर चुका है। लेकिन ये सारे एग्रीमेंट करने के बाद भी आज बोडोलैंड की जो समस्या है, ये समस्या परमानेंट समाधान नहीं हुआ है। शायद 2003 में भारत सरकार ने जब बोडोलैंड के डिमांड करने वाले ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के साथ बात हुआ था, बोडो लिबरेशन टाइगर के साथ, ऑल बोडो स्टूडेंट्स यूनियन के साथ, तब एक ही बात कर रहा था कि और भारत में कोई भी राज्य को बतौरा नहीं किया जाएगा, कोई भी नया राज्य गठन किया नहीं जाएगा। और इसके बाद बोडोलैंड की जो पृथक राज्य का डिमांड था,